Welcome back, super famous streamers. This is our second video. We've decided to cover RWBY proper, and we've brought with us Aaron, our friend over here. He was not in the first video.
Hello, hello.
And of course, joining me again, my buddy here, Angelo, star of the hit episode Dust Queen Episode 1 reaction.
Hello, hello.
And yeah, so we plan to do all of RWBY, I suppose. Certainly the first 3 volumes.
All of it, even RWBY Chibi.
Yes,
Oh, God.
we'll do Chibi, yeah.
But, not the Chibi.
The first 3 volumes is what I have on my radar right now, and I suppose we'll keep going until it's all done. But here we are.
Legends. Stories scattered through time.
That sounds like
This is
Cortana.
Cortana, by the
Mankind
way.
has grown
Oh
quite
my God.
fond of recounting the exploits of heroes and villains, forgetting so easily that we are remnants, byproducts of a forgotten past. Man, born from dust, was strong, wise, and resourceful. But he was born into an unforgiving world. An inevitable darkness, creatures of destruction, the creatures of
I think
Grim,
this is
set their sights on.
I think this is a pretty good, efficient little rundown of sort of the bare essentials of what you need to understand what the fuck is going on.
Mm-hmm. My question
Definitely.
is she was talking about how they're like records of like myths and legends from the past. Did they ever delve into those specifically, or is it just like certain characters that they go into?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
but-
Unfortunately, they cover a lot of myths and legends. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. I don't. I think the more every myth and legend that gets added to the mainline show, at least, makes the show a little bit worse.
Oh, it just kind of
honestly.
jumbles it up all together.
Honestly, I think delving into the myths and legends was maybe the beginning of the problems.
The beginning of the
Well,
problem.
Not the source of the problems, but the first ones to arise.
And spoilers on a 12-year-old series.
Yeah, 2013.
Just,
God.
just to put it in perspective, we were all in high school still
Yeah.
when this came out, and now we're old men.
Yes.
But just one word for you, Aaron, just so you can sit and simmer on this for the first like 5 volumes.
First 5 volumes, Jesus.
Just remember, there's gonna be a callback for all you viewers, just so you can be like, "Yo, genies."
Genies?
Man and all of his creations.
Okay.
These forces clashed, and it seemed the darkness was intent on returning man's brief existence to the void. However, even the smallest spark of hope is enough to ignite change. And in time, man's passion, resourcefulness, and ingenuity led them to the tools that would help even the odds. This power was appropriately named Dust. Nature's
So-
wrath in hand, man.
Question.
Yes.
For the dust crystals, because I know they've got crystals, and then there's just like, I'm guessing like just like the powder form of it are dust crystals like naturally forming, or are they like man-made versions of dust?
No, they mine
Dust
it.
crystals
That's-
are like man-made, not
Okay.
man-made, but it's just natural resources like diamonds or whatever. I
Okay,
guess
so there's
why
a
they-
limited supply of them.
That's what the Schnee Dust Company mines.
Oh,
The same way
okay.
there's a limited supply of iron, but we shouldn't be running out anytime soon.
Okay.
Yeah.
okay.
But get this. Magic.
lit their way through the darkness.
I want to shoot
And in
lightning
the
out of my
shadow's
hands.
absence came strength, civilization, and most importantly, life. But even the most brilliant lights eventually flicker.
I kind of like the map of
Yes.
Remnants.
That's a pretty. That top left island kind of looks like
Dragon.
a Charizard.
Yeah. I don't, bro. I'd have to double check where everything is. I don't remember what's over there, to be honest with you.
Looks like a
Um,
dragon, and then the top one kind of looks like a bird, like an eagle.
I know
Yeah,
this
they,
one is.
The eagle up there is Atlas. That's of course Vale right there.
Mm.
This is a city. This is another city, and this is another one.
Really, the castles are representations of cities. That's wild.
Major cities, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, every time I see this map, it hurts me on the inside because I always think of the journey that Ruby did with Team Juniper,
Yeah.
and how long it took them to get to point A to point B.
Yeah. Yeah. We can get that when we come to it. They came up with this map, by the way. My understanding, they did put ketchup stains on napkins, and they found one that they thought looked cool, and then obviously touched it up and made it into the geography. I think it's a pretty cool little unique layout for the landmass to be.
Yeah, definitely is
Reminds
unique.
me of the way that people make like D&D maps, where they just like pour a bunch of rice onto like a big piece of paper and then kind of like outline around it to get the map.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
There will be no victory in strength.
Do they just like? Do people just
But perhaps
see him
victory
and his
is in the
goons
simplest-
walking around with swords and then just like not call the police or anything? Or like the
Well, the
I
thing
don't
is that like I kind of give them the benefit of the doubt because I mean you have hunters and huntresses and they don't exactly all look like heroes and they all have their weapons, so it's like
I guess, yeah.
Especially
But if you see,
Torchwick, the dude all snazzed up leading them, it's like that
Bro
dude's probably got aura.
bro looks like a JoJo's villain walking up in that scene, by the way.
But at the same time, they all went "Huh," when they saw him, so they seem
Yeah.
like
oh
he's a
yeah, I
bad guy.
guess they probably know him.
Do you have any idea how hard it is to find a dust shop open this late?
Please, just take my
Also,
leave
why
and
do you need
leave.
an open one? Couldn't you just
Calm
break into a
down.
closed one
You're
and
not
take a
gonna
shit?
if you're gonna commit a crime anyway, you might as well just go all in.
It's honestly not that this matters, but I think it's definitely a lesser crime to break in and steal it than to put the gun in the guy's face
Yeah.
and take it. That's armed robbery.
They just needed a way to introduce Ruby, though.
Well, just think about it like this: get into the mind of the villain, right? Maybe he's a narcissist. Maybe he needs someone to see him committing the crime.
Maybe this guy has a little bit of an ego, this guy on screen. He might just have a little bit
You
of
sure
an
just a
ego.
tiny bit of an ego?
Perhaps that might be the case.
Okay. Well, let's keep watching and see
I'm
how,
sensing
see how
a
small it
hint
is.
of sarcasm.
Yeah.
I am Drax. Nothing goes over my head.
Grab the dust.
Why would they go for that version of the dust
Crystals.
instead of the never mind.
Both.
Burn.
I like that sound effect, by the way. The woo, woo, woo.
It reminds
Sounds
me
like
of
a-
Halo charging out
Yeah.
shield.
I like how angry he looks too. He's a teenager.
Put your
He's
hands
like,
up
oh
and
my
see.
god, not a fucking kid.
Hey, I said
I
hands
it's
in the
just
air.
his
reading.
I think it's
That's
just his
worth something.
eyebrows. Soundtrack goes hard though.
Yes?
Nothing
I said,
fucking
put your
beats
hand.
early Ruby music, I swear to God. I hate to tell you, Casey Lee Williams, that you peaked at like 15, but you kind of peaked at 15.
No. What if instead of taking off her headphones, she thought he was deaf,
Yeah.
and so she just started signing it,
Sign
just make him more mad.
Hands in the air. Now.
Are you robbing me?
Yes.
Oh.
He looks so unbothered.
Yeah.
One of his guys just went flying.
I do like these little shots here. When it's close enough, you can tell that Ruby's hair is supposed to be red. It's essentially a super dark red, such that when it's thick, it looks black, but on the edges, you can tell that it's red because it's not quite as dense.
I've never noticed that.
Okay. Get her.
I also have just realized as well too. They have done. I feel like they did the like common anime trope where they match the hair color to like the color of the outfit that the character is wearing.
I think that might be a trend in this show.
Just maybe.
Also, I don't know if you noticed, but every time she connects with, obviously she kicks them as well, but every time she connects with the scythe, it's the back side of the scythe or the handle. You know, she never hits them with the blade.
How
'Cause
much?
that would decapitate them.
How much do you think the scythe weighs, though? Like, is hitting them with the back end of it causing any less damage than
It
actually
is.
hitting him with the scythe
It is hard.
She's still making internal bleeding. Those guys.
Yeah,
like,
she's fucking them up good. It's hard to tell because every huntsman / huntress has some degree of super strength. I'm pretty sure. And
Except Joe.
yeah, well, at first anyway. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we ever see a non-aura'd up person grab it. I think it's probably lighter than it looks, but it's still, can only be so light.
Because it's a whole ass scythe and then a sniper on top of that.
Yeah, it's bigger than her.
You were worth every cent. Truly you were. Well, Red, I think we can all say it's been an eventful evening. And as much as I'd love to stick around, I'm afraid this is where we part ways.
How's he already so high up the ladder?
Bro, he's quick. He's quick until he gets 2/3 up the ladder, and then he goes back to normal.
The camera just pans up to him, and you just hear him.
Just like hyperventilating.
You okay if I go after him?
He's like, sit there, start the chopper, sit there.
Hey!
Which, to be fair, there's probably a lot quicker ways you could have ascended. Also, persistent. You followed me 30 feet up a ladder. I didn't think you'd get this far.
Ah, yes, you too know how to use a ladder. Interesting.
End of the line, Red!
Is she just gonna stand there and watch it explode?
She's like, ooh, shiny.
I do like the implication that if Glinda had not saved her, this literal bullet timer would have just stood there and looked at the
Watched
crystal until it blew up in
explode.
her face.
Do they ever
Like it-
go into like an explanation as to why the moon is like all shattered like that?
Not in the official series, I think. Like 80% sure that they don't, but in the spin-off, not spin-off, but in the
The chibi?
no, not Chibi. It's called Worlds of Remnant, I think, where Cortana kind of explains the world in greater detail, and she does explain the moon, but I forget why.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Did
There
you-
is an
she does-
explanation though.
Yes, there is.
Okay.
There is an explanation. Do you know, Ryan? Do you
I
remember?
have no. I do not. I don't. I only watched a couple World of Remnants. After I tapped out from the show, I didn't go learning the other lore. It would either make me mad because it was ruining it, or it would make me mad because that's still good and they're squandering
Nothing else
this
is.
great world. It does, especially watching that intro and looking at Vale here and reliving these early episodes. It really does feel like the potential of RWBY is something people refer to a lot, and it really does feel like post Monty and post Volume 3, you could argue, they were presented essentially with this abundance of high quality materials. Sky's the limit. There's so much you could do in this world that is still not very well fleshed out, but foundationally is really good. And they just kind of threw it all in a pile and set it on fire. It's kind of like I'm just sitting there watching them burn like thousands of dollars in arts and crafts materials, and I'm like, oh, okay, you could have done anything and you did that.
Well, we'll see. I'm interested. Honestly, I'm kind of like morbid curiosity interested to see how bad it gets, because I think the furthest that I've gotten is maybe like Volume 5 or 6.
Volume 5 is the end of Volume 5 is when I tapped out. So, and I've only seen part of
okay.
Volume 6, so I'm pretty excited.
Volume 5 is the Battle of Haven, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that was the last. That was the last
That-
time I saw anything.
That is my D-Day.
That's ridiculous.
We got a huntress!
Why
It's just funny to see her in her whole fucking nice ass dress, just in a fucking. Why is
she
Cinder
piloting it?
flying it? Yeah, don't they have a goon for that? What the fuck is? God, it's like Darth Vader just flying some random fucking transport ship. Like, what the fuck is happening?
Well, isn't Luke Skywalker the one that destroyed the Death Star?
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know what that relates to what I said.
I
What?
No?
What? What did you say?
Luke Skywalker is not Darth Vader.
I think he said Dark Vader too, for the record.
Post Ryan, cut that out. Anakin.
Huh?
What?
Anakin.
Yeah. Oh, but can you
Yes,
play the
yes,
episode?
Anakin Skywalker, yes.
Wait, so
Thank you.
does that mean Padme and Anakin had Luke?
No,
Yes.
no.
Did you watch?
But I thought
the
they were
prequels?
sisters and
Okay,
brothers.
just hit play.
Just play the episode.
Just
Angelo.
hit play. I really think this fight is what hooks people. Is what it makes people go, oh, okay. I see. This is what we're doing. I'm down.
Again, the bullet timer's just gonna stand there and watch the glyphs explode.
Yeah, she becomes useless as soon as Linda's within like 100 yards.
Huntress. Can I have your autograph?
Also,
I
correct
hope
me
you
if I'm
realize
wrong.
that your actions tonight will.
Do they or do they not? To my knowledge, they completely fucking forget about Glinda and the other professors in the later seasons, and we just never see them again.
What do you mean,
Oh, I don't know.
man? It's not like they just drop characters that aren't convenient for their subplots that end up being the main part of the show.
Yeah, because these S-tier huntsmen, we would just never even like. I'm not even necessarily saying they'd be following Ruby around or anything, but I feel like you'd bump into them in this apocalyptic battle. These fucking top rank.
No, man.
huntsmen.
What are you talking about? It's not like they add new concepts every other episode past season 5 and just forget about everybody else. It's
Similar
preposterous.
to.
Ludicrous, even.
Similar to, I go where I'm needed, and my team of friends trying to stop the end of the world surely don't need me.
What do you mean? You think Glinda's friends with Ruby?
No, I'm talking
no.
about. No, I go where I'm needed is what Sun said right before he left the show forever.
I totally forgot that we don't
Yeah.
ever see him again.
Yeah, he tells Blake, "I go where I'm needed, and you don't need
I'm
me
go
anymore.
where I needed, and my friends need me.
You're
Off
just
screen,
fighting. You're just
over
fighting
here.
a frontline battle against Satan and her army of darkness for the fate of the world. You don't need me. I'm gonna go fuck off to Vacuo. I don't know.
I'm gonna go teach my friends how to swim and make rage quit videos. I'll be back never.
I'll be back never. Does he just
Ruby
walk
Rose.
around with cookies and milk, bro?
The milk is lukewarm and the cookies
First
are
off-
cold.
Santa
First
Claus
off,
looking
He does
motherfucker.
not have milk, and he brought them specifically for her because, let you on a little secret, he kind of knows her.
Oh, really?
He watches her from
Yeah.
afar.
Yeah.
Like a stalker? Is he a pedophile?
Hey, she's 15? Question mark.
That doesn't make it any better.
I mean, it's a little better than if she was like 9, I guess.
Well, how old is Oscar?
Oscar? Are we jumping? He's like 13.
Okay, never mind.
How old is
just forget
Oscar?
Who Oscar? No, never mind. Bye.
You
Yeah, I forget we said that name. How do you not know who Oscar? Whatever.
have silver eyes.
So, where did you learn to do this?
Glinda's just fucking watching the highlight reels.
And I do wonder, like, I guess this is from a shop camera, but it is fun to look back at this knowing what we know later. Where
Yeah.
it's first off, like it's not even necessarily a retrospective thing, because he says here the only person I know that can use a scythe like that is a dusty old crow, and like I think we can surmise that he probably knows that she's his niece, and he already knows all this. So I do wonder what his angle is, asking her a bunch of questions he already knows the answer to, just to see what she'll say, I guess, and get a beat on her.
Mm-hmm.
It's the classic anime trope of the sensei asking the rhetorical question to see what the student will say, to see his resolve or whatever. Yeah. Like in Jujutsu Kaisen, whenever he meets the principal.
I know nothing about this.
Or when... Never mind, I was going to make another pop culture reference, but we knew how that went.
Signal Academy?
They taught you to use one of the most dangerous weapons ever designed?
Well, one teacher in particular.
I see. It's just...
Halfway through, he's like, "You bitch, those are for everybody."
Those cookies sound dry as hell, too. They sound like they got cooked for too long.
You know, it's cool. I did read the theory that the reason she's got such a sweet tooth is because the super speed semblance burns calories like a motherfucker.
Like the Flash, he needs so many calories. That's why he's constantly eating.
Yeah.
Those cookies sounded so dry as like eating fucking Popeye's biscuit without a drink.
Listen, man, I'll fuck up a box of crunchy Chips Ahoy. I don't give a shit.
With milk or without milk?
I definitely need, but I need milk really with any cookies, or it's like, man, this isn't nearly what it could be.
It elevates the experience.
He's like, here for helping out, I'll give you this plate of cookies, but as punishment, I'm keeping the milk.
yeah, I could see that. That would work on me. I'd be like,
And what is an adorable girl such as yourself doing at a school designed to train warriors?
Well, I want to be a huntress.
You want to slay monsters?
Yeah. I only have 2 more years of training left at Signal, and then I'm going to apply to
Beacon. I do think that's a slightly weird thing to say.
See, my
an adorable girl such a... I could see like sweet girl or something, but an adorable girl just seems oddly condescending. What's a cute little thing like you pretending to be a warrior? It's kind of
pretending to be a warrior. I feel like it might be him trying to
You should be in the kitchen.
Oh my god, Angelo. I feel like it might be him trying to like play into her innocence almost.
Yeah,
in a way.
but to what end? Like, what does he expect her to say in response to that?
I guess, yeah.
See if she goes, "I'm not adorable, I'm a badass." Just see what is all this, just to see what she says, I guess.
Oh, I can't believe my baby sister's going to Beacon with me.
That was a good
best
transition.
Day ever.
Yes.
Please stop.
The show used to be good.
I'm
Sorry.
so proud of you.
The robbery was led by nefarious criminal Roman Torchwick, who continues to evade authorities. If you have any information on his whereabouts, please contact the Vale Police Department. Back to you, Lisa.
Thank you, Cyril. In other news, this Saturday's Fauna civil rights protest turned dark when members of the White Fang disrupted the ceremony.
Got it in their heads
the
that they
once
deserve
peaceful
rights.
organization has now disrupted.
Right.
Look, you can see Signal from up here.
I don't think we see one of these ships again, like this fucking flying yacht.
Too far after all.
I don't think so either, because I think this is more of like a transportation one.
Like we mostly see bullheads.
Yeah, I was about to say, and the other ones we see are more for like warfare and battle.
Even off in the distance. But I even mean when they're just getting like flown around, we never see.
I think we do see it in the tournament arc.
Yeah, maybe. I guess I mostly mean post Volume 3, because I think everything in pre Volume 3, post Volume 3, you know. But I guess you're right. Maybe we do see one there. But yeah, this is just a really cool design to never come up again, I feel like.
The end of Volume 3 is Ryan's canon event.
But it's also very fancy, and you could argue that there's just not really many situations where like I said, like a flying yacht almost is warranted.
Oh, yay, gross! You have puke on your shoe.
How did she get puke on her shoe from all the way where he was at?
Well, who knows where he moved after we cut away, I guess. I don't know. There was a lot of splash, I guess. Yeah. Not gonna
intro.
fuck with the music, but rest assured, just imagine the best music you've ever heard, and then that's pretty much what that
Yeah,
is.
if we'll have Post Ryan put it in the description. You need to listen to it. But one of the best OPs ever, honestly. One of my most favorite LPs.
And his whole show was just like friends, family, local people. It was so like grassroots and like local, and it was amazing. And
they were still making RWBY when Rooster Teeth was acquired by Warner Brothers, right?
Yes, I think that happened in 2011 and this in 2013. So I think that Warner Brothers very much owned them from the beginning.
Yeah. I do feel like whenever I watch this first episode, and even now, it's just like it's just an uncanny valley of what it became after like season 5 and 6. It's just like it's the same characters, it's the same world, but it's just not what it was. And it's like you recognize the show, but then you don't, just because it veered so far away. And it just goes to show how much potential and how would you say it, just vision this show had at a very early stage. Because there's the RWBY trailers too that give not necessarily a whole bunch of story and lore, but they give a lot of background to the characters before we meet them in the show. So it's kind of a bittersweet nostalgia to watch this first episode again and see where, kind of go back to the headspace of where I was. Where I was and how hopeful I was to see this show, which I believe I didn't watch it when it first came out. I think it was at least the first 2 volumes that I did watch like in one chunk, because this first episode just grabbed me so well. What about you guys?
It is a very good first episode, although I feel like the fight scenes were very like attention grabbing and like kind of showed you, like Ryan said earlier, just kind of like what you're in for whenever you watch the show.
When I watched the first episode, I am overcome with nostalgia, but I am also awash, I think, in the feeling I had when I first watched it, or during the first 2 volumes in general. How special it seemed, how cool it was, how excited I was for where it would go now, the possibilities running through my head, all built on the foundation of what I was experiencing at the time with those episodes. And then I remember what happened. And it's almost like every time I rewatch this, I get to have all of those hopes and possibilities and good feelings dashed over again every time I watch this this plucky, relatively small production that I think had so much going for it. There's obviously criticisms you can make of the early seasons, and I have, and I will.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it had a lot going for it. I think it was doing a lot very well. I mean, to appeal to something very vague, it had so much heart and passion and soul in it. And I genuinely do think that early RWBY was very special and had immense potential, and had a very distinct feel and personality and spirit. And I do think that all of that is gone.
Yeah, it does seem that we glaze volume 1 through 3 of RWBY so much,
but they're just that good, though.
We do, not necessarily that good. It's just how, like Ryan said, it's like just yes, they're great, they are amazing, but I also do catch myself seeing them with the rose-tinted glasses. So, I mean, when we do see criticism and stuff, we will point it out.
There's plenty to criticize, but I don't know if I can call it rose-tinted. I liked it then, I liked it in the middle, and I like it now, and I've learned more, and even though I would say there are some criticisms that I've seen or have been brought to my attention that are valid that have happened since then, it hasn't taken that much away from it. As much as it could be called glaze, as much as it could be called glaze, some things are good and I really like them, and so I'm going to glaze them.
Then I guess not. What I mean to say is like not necessarily glaze. It's just that the later seasons just just drop off so bad that it's just hard not to praise early Ruby. And it's just that much harder to not sound like, oh, this Monty Oum is a god, which I mean,
that's something I do catch myself. I do find myself glazing him a bit too much, and I think this is a bit of a George Lucas thing, I would argue, because there have been things that I learned that he came up with that I'm like, maybe that wasn't great. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to say
George Lucas made Star Wars.
Yes.
If it was only him and he was making every single decision, I think I don't know, but I think there's a very good chance the first 2 volumes are not as good as they are. I think you could very much argue that it needed all the ingredients to be what it was, but I am comfortable saying that Monty was the most important ingredient, and if I could pick just him or without him, I think he would be better.
It's
but
a pretty clear choice.
As much as I shoulder Shawcross and Miles Luna with the blame because they were the writers post Monty's death, like exclusively, and they have to deserve it because who else? I'm also prepared to say that he said I've read of things he came up with that I'm like, oh, someone told him no, and I think they were right on this or that. And so I'm not going to sit here and say they added nothing and it was all bad. But I think it's pretty clear that despite some examples of, oh, maybe that wouldn't have been as good, those pale in comparison to Monty's here, it's great, Monty's gone, oh, fuck, you know?
Yeah. Anything else you'd like to add, Aaron?
No, I feel like I kind of covered what I wanted to say about the episode, and I'm excited to kind of, like I said at the beginning, I've got the morbid curiosity to see how how bad it gets almost. But I'm definitely going into it with an open mind. I'm gonna try and enjoy it, and we'll see where my turning point is.
Yeah, I'm very excited to relive this, though painful it may be.
Yeah. Well, all right, everybody. Thank you for watching. Leave a like on the video, subscribe, and be on the lookout for some more. Yes, please share, and be on the lookout for more to come. We'll try to get these out a lot sooner, just because our first video was very long, but we'll try to get these out sooner and churn them out faster. And we'll see you on the next one.
Bye. Send me money directly to my house. Mail it to me. Subvert these two completely.
Go ahead.
It is not an option. Send it to Ryan.
Go ahead. Drop your address. Maybe your social. The last.
No.
On the back
me.
Of your...
Just no. You have to find me.
Goodbye, everybody.